Well, state lawmakers are busy in session for the 89th Texas Legislature. While committee assignments have now been announced, one familiar name in the Permian Basin is continuing to keep his spot in the Texas House. I sat down with State Representative Landgraf on his reappointment as chairman for the Environmental Regulations Committee.
We fuel the world here in the Permian Basin, and I've taken a lot of pride in doing my part at the state capitol to make sure that we continue to do that.
As the 89th Texas Legislature commences in Austin, Representative Landgraf is holding on to an important role, not only for the state, but important to the Permian Basin.
It has so much to do with how we make our livelihood out here in West Texas.
In early February, Representative Landgraf was reappointed by the Texas House Speaker to serve as chairman of the Environmental Regulations Committee. This position oversees matters related to air, land, and water pollution, industrial regulation, and environmental oversight by TCEQ. In his time as chairman, Landgraf tells me he's proud of making progress in cleaner air quality.
We have modernized the Texas Emissions Reduction Plan, which has allowed us to use emerging technologies that reduce all types of emissions, especially NOx emissions in areas that have been regulated by the EPA here in Texas.
While Representative Landgraf focuses heavily on environmental protections, he also wants to avoid bills that would hurt the oil and gas industry, like bans on flaring.
If we didn't have flaring, then that would result in a great deal of explosions or other catastrophes. And so while it's not preferred, it's the best available option.
And some proposals are already in motion, like the Texas Strong Defense Fund. This aims to redirect severance tax revenues to critical energy producing areas like here in the Permian Basin. Since 2014, 80% of severance taxes, about $40 billion, have originated from 32 Texas counties, mostly located in the Permian Basin.
If you're living in the oil field but not making oil field money, it can be tough to make a living. And so we want those public sector service providers to be able to be at least competitive so that we're not losing them to other parts of the state.
The Texas Legislature is currently in session until June 2nd. If the Texas Strong Defense Fund is passed, Landgraf expected to be implemented by fall of this year.